Hi there, my name is Sonya Sunheart, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing an upload of this video because I couldn't do a live stream. Somehow my YouTube studio isn't working today, but I was inspired, by another one of Brian Scott's videos on the Ascension and the new Earth that's happening right now, which is, as you know, something that I'm studying, following, witnessing, and experiencing myself. And this is why I've started these videos a couple of years ago to share my embodied wisdom. So if you don't know me, welcome. And this reality revolution that we are all experiencing at this time of incredible shifts and transformation on the planet is also happening from within us. So I don't know if lately you've been going through your own issues or just a lot of things coming up, but this is all to be released, and it's all natural because we are releasing from the collective consciousness the old programs of war and division and separation as we're rising into the heart and into the new earth, heart-based, heart-coherent humanity. So these are choice times. A lot of people might be thinking that it's all happening to us, but actually, if we really meditate on this and go deeper into these issues or realities that we are experiencing, then we will come to probably the same conclusion that we are in a big transformational time, and we signed up for this on a soul level to be here now, to witness, to experience our own ascension process, or perhaps lessons that we need to take with us as we incarnate again somewhere on a third dimensional plane of reality. The fourth density, or the fourth chakra, is the heart. And so as we're rising up into the heart, this is the anahata. I think I've mentioned this in other videos, but the connection of the two triangles coming together actually is also the ancient Merkaba, the divine chariot of that is spoken of in a lot of the ancient texts, the mystical, I think Kabbalah and other ancient texts, and also the organic cosmic template that we actually have the inner design to travel. So we travel through the portals, and we think that it's happening outside of us, but if everything is from as within so without, then this is what we are experiencing, that connection. And if we're not connected to it, that is when a lot of the distortions or pain body, or the root chakra about fear and separation, and if our needs are not being met or things like that, which is also part of our DNA, and it helped us evolve to this stage, right? Our ancestors survived the times that they evolved in. and yeah, so right now what is happening is a frequency shift, and as these frequencies shift for the planet and also within ourselves, because we are the cells of Gaia, we are part of this, also in the law of one, what they call a mind-body complex. So it's like we're a consciousness, we're a whole entity, a whole being that is contributing to this complex, this Earth's own consciousness. So we're really an integral part of this ascension journey, and apparently, I'm gonna post down below this the Brian Scott one for today. But it's really about like mind-blowing information about this ascension that we're in, and that apparently we come from 16 different planets, like different, we're made up, the humanity comes from other planets, like and some of these planets we actually annihilated through war and through technology. There's, a lot of stories about Atlantis also being, going too far um, against nature, I guess. Anyways, that's a whole other video, and I'm sure some of you know about this, and others it's just a new information, and I don't want to overwhelm people. But I figure if you're still here, you're still interested, and it's not too much information. Um, Again, I love the information, the mind, but the bringing the heart, the mind, bowing into the heart. This is why this is done. Is the mind, is the consciousness is listening to the subconscious, to the heart frequencies. So when we do that, we are honoring um, what it is that our hearts are speaking. And, in the laws of attraction, a lot of things that they don't mention is that, and Greg Braden does this beautifully, is he talks about how it's all in the heart. It's heart coherence. It's about um, understanding ourselves as frequency beings, and that if your heart is shut down, or if you're closed up, like there's a lot of pain there, there's a lot of suffering, or layers that have been, to protect people from the heart. And if your heart actually opens and is welcoming experiences, you feel safe enough in the world to be able to open your heart to others and to your experiences here. Well, then you are in the fourth dimension, or higher frequencies of living and being, and the manifestation can happen because you're feeling yourself from that place. So, again, he studied the ancients, Greg Braden, about how the secrets of prayer, and there's tons of books out there about this, and it's becoming, I guess, more and more common knowledge. But just to remind ourselves that it really is, the portal is through the heart. So, on this ascension journey, on this, some of us have been really going deep, deep divers into the soul, into, clearing. We came in for that, and it's not always easy to explain that when you're in it. And I think right now there's a massive awakening, and a lot of people are questioning their reality. Is this why I came? My kids don't actually belong to me. They're their own souls. They're making their own decisions. I had a very deep conversation today with a very good friend of mine about this, and I think it's in the times, of really questioning, like, what is my ultimate reality? And what I love about Brian Scott is he talks about all these different ways that we can access and become the creators of our reality in a if we gain clarity, how does that work? And that works holistically as well. I'm doing a fast right now. I've decided that I want more clarity, and I want to clear from my system anything that's interfering. So it's just for me to go deeper again into my soul, into my connection. The ancients always did this. Native Americans would go into nature and fast and connect with nature. And so these are tools that are accessible to us to connect to our organic template, our organic, the way that we're made, our sacred geometry, So this place that I've created here in nature is to connect with your own true nature, your essence, your divine blueprint. And we're all unique, and we all have different methods and ways. So I'm not here to tell you that this is the method, or if you do, Kundalini yoga for 10 years, that's going to be for you. You might be just gently breathing outside against a tree and have deep revelations about your path, your journey. So, it's to explore what those tools are, and then to use them and to practice them and to experience yourself and know thyself on that deeper level. So I guess for me, it's about stepping more into sharing that online as I'm developing myself, and I'm still learning. It's never ending, right? But then knowing that, there's a point where you want to share as much as possible with those that are open-minded and willing to hear, because it's not everyone. And as we all know, when you're pioneering new reality thoughts and creations, the majority is not necessarily understanding at this stage. And but it's a reminder about the heart and the coherence that we need to create in everyday moments in our lives. And I'm very grateful again to be out here in peace and quiet and waking up with the birds. And it's 8:08 right now. I've been getting that number like nonstop. It's, again, synchronicities and little signs, and we that's when we know that we're being guided and assisted and supported. And I definitely have been feeling that. I'm very grateful to be able to connect to my higher self in that way, and to my guides, and to get what I need when I need it. And that's what I hope for most people as well, is to live in that flow of abundance and creative energy, and then to be able to share that with the world. And that world could be your children, your neighbors, the people that you meet on a day-to-day basis, or it could be on a bigger platform if that's something that calls to you, or that you are being called to, actually. So personally, on my own journey, I've had a lot of issues with speaking in public when I was younger, and singing, or like using my voice. Somehow it must be linked to past lives, and like, being choked, or other things that could have happened when you speak your truth. And even in this reality, it's not always welcomed. A lot of people don't want you to shake up their little reality. So that's to be, accepted, and to let people live their own lives and their own free will is super important. Something that I've had to learn, not always easily, because I kind of want everyone to get on board and to be in the heart, and then we can get with the program and kind of join other planets that already have ascended, which is, this is a very lower vibrational reality here that has been created. And we're ascending into, Gaia's ascending, and the frequencies are really shaking a lot of the muck, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that was really my message for today. I wanted to share about this ascension, and to talk about it as the new reality, the new earth reality that we are co-creating, because as we're creating it together, the more of us shift into that timeline, into that story, into that reality creation, and not put so much energy as they would like us to in the media, and the fighting against and all of that, which, I've done myself. I've been an activist. I've been to many marches. I've done so many things in that way, and when we're called to do that, that's where we need to be. Then we're exactly where we need to be. There's no it's just that I'm understanding more and more about reality creation, and that things are manifested through our thought waves before, through the ethers. And so, and again, if it's combined with our heart's magnetism, we can magnetize. I'm getting a lot of shivers, because talking about this is I love it, and I love getting the information that speaks. It's like my body is responding to the truth, because it's like, well, how do you know the truth? People are like, well, how do you know the truth? Like, what is the truth? And the truth is embodied within us, and our bodies speak truth. They know. If your heart chakra is is, constricted or way too open, or if you're in your energy body, you can feel it. The more sensitive you get to this, the more you practice, the more then, and even these days, I think just people are just getting more sensitive on many different levels. So this could be seen as a reminder that we are in a reality revolution right now, an ascension, graduation journey for humanity as a social memory complex that we share with this planet and all the beings on this planet, all the kingdoms of God, as is said in scripture, that is to be celebrated and be in your innocent child, your heart's openness and joyfulness to be alive on this planet. That is our divine sovereign right, and we can claim it. And when we do, the reality shifts. And the more of us do this, the quicker the quickening is happening, the ascension. And I think we're in a portal right now, and we're making choice points. And it's not to put pressure on anyone, but just be in the heart. Just say, oh, am I angry right now? Am I feeling what is this feeling? And it's okay, feel it, and then transmute it through the heart. Bring it into the heart and say, what do the masters speak about? What are they talking about because honestly, I've had a lot of anger come up recently, and I've had to leave certain friends on Facebook and things like that because I was really being triggered by comments and people thinking and their opinions, and I was tired of it. I'm like, I don't want to argue with people. I don't want to convince people. I just want to be that being that I came here to be, and that is a divine sovereign being connected to life on this planet. And frankly, I'm tired of the destruction and the separation and the delusion that and the sickness, that is causing on our planet. And just like Gaia myself, I have that in my blueprint. We all do, but I have these codons in my DNA that really, really connect me deeply with the planet. And I feel like, okay, enough is enough. The kids need to grow up and move up into this this opportunity, this crisis opportunity that we're experiencing. It's really how you perceive it, and how you perceive is how you will achieve. So I know it's kind of tacky, it rhymes and stuff, but but it works. So yeah, again, these tools of gratitude and seeing the best in the situation and creating the timeline that you desire from your heart's deepest desire, then we're talking New Earth, reality, revolution. So thank you to Brian Scott for all the amazing work that he's doing, and everybody else that is, putting energy and frequency into this New Earth co-creation. I'm very grateful to be here, to be part of it, to have survived my own near-death experiences and all this other stuff, that the darkness that I've had to emerge out of, to understand, perhaps contrast, and also to fall in love with life, to rise in love with life, and to be here as a guide and a steward of New Earth. So that's my role here now. And so thank you for listening. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. I hope that this was inspiring for you. And I wish you many, many blessings and happy ascension. Thank you. Namaste.